There we go. I got a little distracted. There was a video on doing the hand challenge with your puppy, and yeah, it was a whole thing. So hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Shiro. If you're new here, usually what I do is I talk a little bit about what I did in the previous week, the week we just had. Mostly it's artistic, but I did a lot of NDA stuff, so I can talk about that, but I can talk about... Oh! Why, thank you for joining the party, Logan, and now we know the sound effect is working again, but thank you very much! I will be talking a little bit about what you guys helped support through my Throne links. It came in, it's very big. I'll be talking about it in a couple more details in a couple minutes. Just want to add, I'm going to pose the rules real quick. There. That after I'm done talking about what I did in the week, I usually then go to draw my weekly webcomic, a bootleg cookie. I do it live on stream, if only because to make sure I stay on some sort of schedule. I don't know if you guys notice, I struggle with keeping eye contact with the actual camera. I have ADHD, we tend to do that. I like to look everywhere, every time, all at once, however it's called. Now, what did you guys help me get through my Throne account? This is Mamie ne plus toute sa tête. As far as I know, it's only in French, so if you guys want to read it, I need to dust in this office. If you guys want to read it, you're going to have to learn French. By Romain du... I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I did not go and check. I'm going to write the name down in chat as soon as I find a place. It's a very, very large book. There we go. Thick too, at least compared to the Asterix. There we go. And thank you for not knocking my water bottle down. So yeah, as you can see, it does get violent, but the story is mostly about the author Romain and his relationship with his severely dementia grandmother, who constantly thinks that she's still in World War II with her husband, and she sees every technician that comes in the house, pretty much everybody, even her grandson Romain at times, as the enemy. And spurred on by the hallucinations of her husband, who died 38 years ago, she goes on to kill strangers that gets into her house. Oh! Well, welcome to the party, Alicia. Thank you for following. I think I know why we're getting new followers. I'll tell you guys after I'm done with this. I would recommend it. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it. I think it's a nice allegory about dealing with a family member that has dementia. Because I'm pretty sure the real Romain's real grandmother didn't go this far. You know? But like, you know, instead of calling the cops after the first enemy disposal, he goes and hides the bodies and, you know, protecting his grandma. And at the same time, he's frustrated and he tries to take away all her weapons, but he doesn't think of everything, so she still manages to find something to kill somebody else. And I will say, the cops get involved. Most of them are very competent. But I think they're one of the funniest parts of the book. I'm just going to show one of the pages. Not one where there's a lot of action, but just so you guys can take a look-see at the art style. I did like a teeny tiny bit of research. Focus, please. I did like a teeny tiny bit of research on the author. He does some work for Fluid Glacial, and it explains the sense of humor going on in this book. If you guys don't know what Fluid Glacial is, it's European underground, to put it politely. And if I'm not mistaken, it was started by Gottlieb. Hi, Coco. You missed me doing a micro review of... Oh, voyons. Oh, thank you, Annan. Oh my god, 25. Oh! Oh my goodness. Thank you, Annan. Holy shit, what is going on? 2 follows and 1 contribution. We barely started the show. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, as I was about to say, Coco, sorry. I just did a micro review of the book that you guys helped get me through my Throne account right here. Of course, Coco is my bestie, so if she wants to know more, I'll tell her more after the stream. Because she's also, as far as I know, she's also unilingual English, but she gets perks because she's my bestie, so... I need to dust my printer. My printer is disgusting. Anybody else wants perks like that? Be my best friend for like 12, 15 years. I lost track. That's the secret to the sauce! Now, the reason I think I'm getting followers is because I recently participated in a contest for Litterbox comic. They're currently... I think they're still in the pre-Kickstarter section. I need to go and check. They're kickstarting a pilot episode of an animated version of the comic. And the contest is about drawing the Litterbox comic characters in a style of my choice. And I'm like, I have been training for this day! Of course I would like to win. I would be more than happy with 2nd or 3rd prize. But, like, I do like the prizes. They're really cute. So, of course, I did my current specialty, Dr. Slump early Dragon Ball style. The creator commented and said that they loved it, and then they started noticing little details like the number 10 mom on Bulma's shirt. And I sent Shiro birthday presents. You sure did. The only one I got on hand, though, because I put everything else away. You guys give me a second. Now I got a little gender fluid flag. I'm happy. It's kind of curly, though, so I gotta figure out a way to uncurly it a little bit more. I don't know if you can iron this material. I don't think so. Maybe through a towel? But then it would have the texture of the towel? There's no little tag to tell me what material it is, so... But I love it. Thank you. I hang it next to my slime fan. And my Freddy Fazbear neon pen, so you know it's in good hands. So yeah, and the contest entry, the creator loves it. It does not guarantee I win. We'll see when the deadline passes and when they choose who wins. I've seen a lot of the other entries. They are all lovely. May the best person win. But the piece is very popular, so My piece is very popular. I did not check the stats of everybody else because I am not that obsessed. I don't know how else to voice that I don't want to pass for someone who thinks, oh, well, my entry is the best. No, that is not. I had fun, and that's all that matters. I would like to win, but if I don't win, I'm not gonna start blocking Litterbox Comic and start shitting on them. Like, that's just weird. I participated because I wanted to, and if I don't win, at least I made a drawing that a lot of people enjoy, so I still win. Because that's the goal, making stuff you guys enjoy. But the priority is if I enjoy it, because if I don't enjoy drawing something, you guys are gonna feel it, you know? I am thirsty. I gotta try to rehydrate myself. So we are going to scoop that up here. And slowly but surely we are going to start on the reason we're here, drawing the comic. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. I'm very bubbly today. There. That's done. I forgot to do that, but that's not the end of the world. I'll do it after. And here you go. I keep my script in the same place I keep my to-do list. So what you gonna do about it? Oh dear. I gotta go see this real quick. Just got a DM in my business Facebook page. Yes, of course. Right. Let me just view your profile real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. And you're blocked. Okay, back to what we were doing. Oh, that's another thing. Oh, lordy. So, I've had a comic service hit me up on Shitter. And usually when I get messages like that, I like to leave it cool down a little bit as I go see if the page is legit and do a little bit of research and read the terms of services and stuff like that. But then they decided to follow me on DA, hit me up again on DA, and like one day or even less than a day later, hit me up again. Did you have a chance to get... You guys know that this, for me, this feels like peer pressure, and I do not handle peer pressure in the most polite way possible. So I went through the terms of services, and part of the terms said that you're not allowed to use any of the material on the website externally. So to me, that read, if you put your comic on our page, you're not allowed to post it on any other page. So I asked them to clarify that little nugget, and at the same time, because they were after the Smack comics, I contact Gabe. This is a 2-person deal. And he informs me that indeed that does sound like they want exclusivity. And then he points out that they accept AI-generated material. So I went to look again, and sure the fuck enough, one of the top comics on the page is clearly AI-generated. It's an Avenger fan comic because their speciality is fan comics. And at the same time, they say that they don't monetize their comics unless they got like they specialize in fan comics, but they say they don't monetize their comics unless they got the licensing rights, and they say they got stakeholders. So I'm like, I'm already uncomfortable. But then the comic I'm talking about is clearly AI generated. It's an Avengers comic. I point that out because it starts with Tony Stark, and he doesn't stay the same design per panel. Like, one panel his shirt is clean, one panel his shirt is dirty, and his tie is black, and it was gray beforehand. Yeah, but lighting. Yeah, but later on his tie is green. And at one point, Bucky looks like Sam from Supernatural, so... Yeah, it's clearly AI generated. And sometimes, like, there's one panel where it's a completely different art style. Like, the entire comic is, like, over-generated, but there's, like, one panel that looks like thick liner. Like, what's the name of the guy that's known for doing the really good Hawkeye comics? It looks like his style, while the rest is, like, hyper-generated. And it's not a gag panel. No, it's the story is supposed to continue like that, and you're supposed to act like you're not noticing. But those of us who grew up with Ted Woolsey translations, we notice everything. I keep mentioning Ted Woolsey every time I talk about mistakes, but I would also like to remind the people in court today that Ted Woolsey was one guy with a tiny team in charge of translating every single RPGs and action-adventure games that were funneled to the US. And when I say funnel, I mean bottleneck. I mean all those games went to him and his little team and out, and they had ridiculous deadlines. So of course, when you go and play Breath of Fire 2, you're going to try and visit Civisub, and then when you say yes, you mean no when you're trying to fuse your characters in the fusing chamber. So I went back to DA and I told the people about my findings, and I said thank you but no thank you. Not only do you host AI generated comics, you proudly display them in your Twitter banners, so not interested. And then I blocked them because if there's something I cannot stand is when a professional account has a meltdown on me. Yes, it's happened. Plural. No thanks. Well, I say professional account. They were probably professional. I've had people passing for professional accounts having meltdowns on me. And it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, you know it's a classic when I draw mom's glasses like that. I know some people are probably thinking, sure, you're losing opportunities when you act like that. And I'm thinking, like, you know when you got a gut feeling and then you have a gut feeling, like bold, underline, italics, gut feeling? That's the kind of gut feeling I get. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna risk it. Even if it doesn't pan out, I'm getting something out of it. Like, I knew damn well when I participated in Spawnuary that I wasn't going to win. I knew damn well. Because what Todd is looking for is a style similar to his or Greg's. Greg Capullo. However it's pronounced. And I don't want to draw that because everybody will be drawing it. But I also understand that because of me not wanting to draw like that. Am I doing it on the line art layer again? God damn it. We three kings of Orient are idiots. Near and far. Bah. Now, of course, the fact that one of the winners was not only an AI generating person, they were an absolute dick about the whole winning it too, so. And the contest said no AI, but clearly the judges didn't give a shit, because the generator proudly said, oh yes, it's AI, and I won over all of you, ha ha ha. So yeah. What I wanted out of participating in that contest, knowing full well I wasn't going to win, at least with the Letterbox comic I have a chance of winning, was that I expected to gain some visibility from participating in the hashtag. So whatever I drew didn't matter because I was fully aware I was never going to win. I wanted views, I got views. Good enough. And a similar thing is happening right now with my entry, because it's very charming. I know a lot of people like my entry, though. The one thing I do worry about is if I don't win, some people will take it out on either the winners or the Letterbox comic creators, and I cannot stress how much I do not want that. I'm just happy to participate, and I got to draw something cute in a style I like to emulate. That was a lot of ranting. ASMR. I've been doing my best on trying to catch up on everything else since I finished The Fun and Dysfunctional. I've only finished it. The entire thing is not ended. I have to remind people, because we all remember with last issue that I was told that I had canceled the comic. I was not aware I did that. Not happy with that when I tried to correct them, like, the comic's not canceled. I had a kid tell me, mind your own beeswax. Well, it's kind of my beeswax, since I'm the artist. I would like to know when I cancel things. As far as I know, I don't have multiple personality syndrome. But if I do, I would like to be told. Preferably by one of my other personalities. I know that's not how it works. But they don't know how I work either, and then they tell me how I work. So yeah. Also, for those of you that were waiting on mail from me, it's sent. Should be getting it, let's see, what date are we today? Around this week. Bueno. I don't know what was in that pizza, but it's gassing me up something fierce. Also, I swear, if somebody else tells me that I was gorgeous with long hair, I'm going to shut down my Divine Art account. Give me a reason, people! Then again, I did say on Shitter that I was going to yeet my Switch out the window if I struggled too much in Athenian Rhapsody, and I had tagged Athenian Rhapsody in that as a joke, and they replied that I should make a video. Oh, hi, Paul. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I don't have second Switch money, you know? And like the Nintendo Online Cloud is very limited and... Oh, excuse me, guys. I'll move on a little bit over here. If you guys can hear that in the back, my mom is having the sneezies. So everybody say, bless you, Mama. And I will tell her, and then she'll be like all happy because you guys mentioned her. My emoji was slow today. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your mail package. There will be many happy students soon. Yes! Goal future achieved! That's what we want. And they're good too. I mean, they're Ohuhu brand, so. Ohuhu are. This is not a sponsor stream. Ohuhu are a cheaper brand than Copics, but they're still like really, really good quality. And the fact that they're more affordable makes it less scary for beginners to start collecting markers, alcohol markers. Now, for those of you who don't remember or are new to the Shiro lore, the dad that you see in the comics is biologically my stepdad. My biological father is an asshole, and I usually depict him as like an orange silhouette in the comics because he does not deserve recognition for anything. So of course, it never occurred to me that when Mom said, "Do you want your dad at your prom?" that she meant the orange asshole. Nowadays we have a lot of problem with orange assholes, don't we? And now Lily is singing the song of her people. I don't remember if we had this particular table set at the time, and honestly, I don't care. It's just to try and show that it was a different time period. with different fashion for dining sets. For those who like those tiny little details that only you and I know, he's not reading the newspaper, he's checking the sales for the groceries. Some things just never change, you know? My restream is not working super well. I know there's at least 2 people watching / listening to me, but my restream window is saying that there's no watchers, and it's throwing me off. Oh, I'm having a nice comment on the drawing I was talking about earlier. Oh, this is brilliant. I love Dragon Ball and I love Litterbox comics, so naturally I love this. Yeah, that was the idea. Thank you. Sometimes it's important to compliment your artist. It's important for our mental health. What little there is left. We do need a little bit of recognition, because every time I talk about an artist's mood and mental health, I keep thinking about all the artists that I know about that were miserable, and some of them were so miserable that they're cancel their magazine subscription to life. If you know what I mean. And honestly, I don't want to be one of those if I can help it. At the same time, it's a good thing I'm not addicted to, like, gaining the approval of the Midnight Society, but gaining the approval of my peers on social media, because holy jeez. First of all, I'd be on social media like all day and forget the whole point of drawing is drawing for myself and constantly trying to please the algorithm and trying to please everybody, and we all know that does not exist. You cannot please everybody, even to the best of your abilities. Because pleasing everybody means you also trying to please complete assholes, and that'll never happen. You know what pleases them? You being miserable. Because they're miserable all the time, and they want to spread it. If they made someone else more miserable than them that day, they consider it a win. But it's never gonna stop because they hate themselves. The way I see it, any of you guys ever read or seen the episode of the Purple Smurfs? Of course, I'm old, so originally those Smurfs were blacks, but we understand why they changed the color. How the Purple Smurf always looked angry. And they were like zombies, so they would go around, hopping around, going yap, 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 until they bit the tail of another Smurf, and that other Smurf would then turn purple and always look angry. That's the way I see it when I see people just say nasty stuff. Like, I mean, I'm a shitter, so of course I see people like that every day, just say nasty stuff just to be nasty. And all I see is just a little guy, 3 apples tall, going yap, 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 yap. Kinda hard to take him seriously. And I am not wasting what little energy I have trying to change their ways. They don't want their ways to be changed, they want to be miserable. But they're wrong, Joe. Yeah, they're wrong. Still not gonna debate them. I have no intention of taking homework from somebody I met 10 minutes ago and enjoyed none of those. I'm not gonna debate somebody who doesn't want to debate. They claim they want to debate, but all they want to do is parrot their bad takes. Until you get so annoyed that you leave and they're like, ha, I win. So if they gotta think they win, they're going to win with as little effort on my part as possible. Was it a Keanu Reeves quote? Where if somebody says 3 + 2 is 6 or something like that, and he's just like, you know what? You're right. Have a great day, and just leave. And what if I meet someone that really wants to make my life miserable and stalks me? Call the cops. They don't believe me. Call them again. They got the choice. Either they believe you and they do something about it, or you do something about it. And they want themselves to do something about it, because if you do something about it, that's not gonna be good for the offending party. Did you know it took me the longest time to call Dad Dad? Not because I wasn't accepting him, but because Mom didn't want me to call him Dad. I don't know if she thought it was, well, I don't know I know what she thought because she told me. She didn't want me to call him Dad because she thought it would make him uncomfortable. Instead of, you know, communicating with the guy, because like years later she asked him about it and he was like, what do you mean you stopped her from calling me Dad? I would love for her to call me Dad. What the fuck? And with a lot of practice now I call him Dad, no problem, but it took a lot of practice and reminding myself to call him Dad. It's to prove once again how important communication is. X's are to remind me to fill that in black. So yeah, those chairs were literally tubular. Yeah, I enjoy puns. Sue me. You know, I wonder if that ever happened. Somebody say I enjoyed puns or I enjoyed jokes, sue me, and somebody actually sued them over it. Giving Dad the Sailor Mercury hair. Let's have a little water. Sippy sippy. Ooh, somebody has filled in some color swatches and drawing sketch cards. Jeff Burton's daughter, Kira. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Could be Kyra, but I'm pretty sure it's Kira. Usually when there's two R's, it's Kira. Good. You guys are at what con? Saskassemble. Yeah. Hope this comics hit you in the feels. Also, yeah, the correct dad attended my prom, which is the dad you guys know and love. We were taking pictures of me in my prom dress and mom and dad in their fineries. But it was only us three in the house. So mom took a picture of me and dad took a picture of me and mom. And then me, with my $2,500 beige machine, with a 216 megabyte hard drive, and GIMP, went ahead and photoshopped the two pictures together. I grabbed dad from one picture, flipped him over, put him on the other side of me on the picture of me and mom. Perfectly flawless at 15 years old. Like, even from up close, it's hard to tell because I did such a good job cleaning around dad. And then using the layers. Like, usually when I combine pictures, I will lower the top layer so I can see under it and erase, like, just on the line. And I had no tablet at the time, so that was all mouse. All mouse work. All that time with Mario Paint paying off. If I knew how to program, I would love to reproduce Mario Paint. Like, there's people that reproduced Mario Paint's Music Composer as a standalone app. Well, program, I should say. An app implies you can get it on mobile. Nah, I don't think you can get it on mobile for obvious copyright reasons. And and I think that, like, there were two versions that I'm aware of. The version that's the direct port and the version that is called Super Mario Composer, if not Super Mario Composer Plus, which has a lot more options and you can put in custom sounds and stuff like that. I would like to do a Mario Paint version of that. But I am not a programmer. The last time I programmed something, it was in BASIC on a Commodore 64. So yeah. One thing I could do if I wanted to. I can change the icons in my menu over here. So I could import the graphics for the tool graphics from Mario Paint and put them all in here if I felt like it. Would that sound like a fun project? It's not a rhetorical question. I'm asking genuinely, would that sound like a fun project? I am so hyped for Echoes of Wisdom. They keep releasing trailers, and when I'm not sure, and then I look at the new trailers and I'm like, oh my god. Plus it comes out on my birthday, but I'm not even going to get to play it on my birthday because it has to make its way to me. I gotta wait some more. So what am I gonna do on my birthday then? Hopefully eat some tartare. My sister has this amazing recipe for Italian tartare. And it is spicy and it is delicious. And yeah, I'm saying hopefully because she might be busy. I mean, my parents are both working during my birthday, so at worst, we'll officially celebrate another day. But I'm a grown-ass adult. We got cake mix, and I know where the muffin tins are now, so whether they're there or not, I'm going to make myself some muffins. I'm going to make myself some chocolate muffins. As you can see, I'm absolutely heartbroken that there won't be anybody in the house. Well, nobody in the house. Lily's gonna be there, so I gotta make something for Lily too. Now that I think about my fashion sense as I went through high school, maybe I did internalize when the vice principal, well, not the vice principal, the actual principal, he was the principal and the vice principal for the second half of the high school. And because usually we had like 3 principal, the main principal, And then the 2 vice principals, but there was a time anyway. Because I would always, as much as possible, wear long sleeves. And of course try to cover my body. I did not like being sexualized at all. I had a guy grab my butt and I kicked him in the tailbone, so yeah. Learn consent! It was almost always dark colors too, so. Nowadays, the only reason I wear dark colors is because that's what I have in my closet, or, well, I did not pick the color of this. This is my grandfather's house coat. And it is very comfortable when it's not that cold. A summer house coat, if you will. Lily singing the song of her people. Let me translate the lyrics. Fuck you, what are you doing outside? You should be inside. Who are you? I want to be your friend, but I sound like I hate you. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? That's a chorus. Who the fuck are you? And then the backup singer in the back, that's my mom. It's daddy. It's daddy. It's daddy. Because Lily's real issues is doors. She hates people going through doors. She sees people outside, it's a crime. She sees people coming in, it's a crime. People are inside, alright, fine, no problem. People leave, it's a crime. So the only way to get Lily to calm down would be to invent teleportation. I love the vector eraser. Such a good tool. Oh! Dear boss? Dear is now following. Thank you for joining the party, dear. Apparently that's making me choke. But thank you for joining the party. We are currently drawing this week's bootleg cookie. Bootleg cookie, of course, being an autobiographical comic of me, my life, and my family, and stuff like that. So like that, when they're gone, I have something to look back to. Sometimes my life is just like, whew, you would not believe the shit that happens to me. I do not believe the shit that happens to me. I've seen the shit that happened to me and I still don't believe it. Like, I'm the neurodivergent one and I'm like, why are you like this? Ooh, I thought I was going to knock my tumbler. Ooh, my tumbler over. Ooh, la 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 la. I scared the shit out of myself. As to those curious as to why a color like this is just easier in a way. Like that, I have an undercolor. And if I want to, I can, when I'm done, I can turn it to black, see if I missed some spot. And if there's artifacts, the artifacts are going to be black instead of white, so a lot less noticeable because, of course, they're against the black line art. See, I can't think once in a while. It happens, it happens. Clearly it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. Let's see that. Because my flat layers is a mask above my undercolor layer. If I go outside the line, it's not gonna show. And that's how I keep a clean flat layer. I use that style too on more complicated pieces. That's how I keep my colors clean, because I have my flats, my shadows, my highlights, each as a masked layer, so nothing budges out. I mean, I could select each layer too also, but shouldn't have to do it like all the time, you know what I mean? My desperate attempt to make my art more efficient without being told, just use AI, it's gonna be faster. Yeah, but it's boring! Can't make me believe that your only problem with AI is that using it is boring. I have tons of problem with AI. Doesn't change the fact it's still boring. You guys know I love gadgets. I love gadgets, I love apps. I love playing with the new tools, you know. I did not enjoy that. Like, it literally does the image for you. And people are, and like right now, a lot of it looks either like shit or uncanny. And people are like, yeah, well, AI will get better eventually, and then it'll make out like beautiful art, and I don't care. I'm not the one doing the art, so it's of no use to me. And there are tons of forms of AI in art. Like right now, I'm using a paint bucket instead of filling it in by hand. It is a type of AI. But I hand drew all the line art. I am picking the colors myself. With AI image generation, you kind of just sit there and you put in some keywords and then you wait and it does the work for you. And I remember thinking this would be faster if I drew it myself. I mean, it's hard enough to draw something and have it actually look like what you have in your head. But to trust a randomizer to do it for you, on top of that? Like... Of course, I'm not shitting on all randomizers either. There is this meme on TikTok that I have yet to participate in because I'm on TikTok like 5 minutes a day. Where by using Procreate, they got like this pixelated layer under the sketch of a head with hair and, you know, so you, and then you zoom in using a warp tool on the pixelated layer, and the color that it lands on through all the different rainbow pixels is the color of that element. So they let that pixel layer choose the skin color, the hair color, the eye color, the accessories, the lip color sometimes even, stuff like that. That I don't say. You still have to draw the piece yourself, you're just not the one picking the colors. At least you shouldn't be. There is a little drama about that. But anyway. To have the computer do the entire thing instead of you. That's the thing I have the most problem with. Because the whole point, to me, the whole point of sitting down to draw is to sit down and draw. Not sit down, put in the equivalent of a Google search, and then hit regenerate until it kind of looks close to something that might look like what I had in mind. Ugh. I was on the wrong layer again. I just can't tell when it's white, because then it just gives you white. When it's another color, it's just a lighter or darker version of the layer color. But when it's white, and I am fixing that again. This is me being lazy because we had one of those really patterned floors. And I'm not doing the patterns. Not for this comic. Just gonna put a mild beige on the background, if only to give it a bit more life. Then I'm gonna put the regular washi on the other panels. After I'm done with the speech bubbles, and we'll be done for today. Yes, when she told me that he might be hard to find, and me and my neurodivergent brain, like, no, he's not, he's right there. It never occurred to me that she was talking about my biological father. And of course she laughed, because that's what we do when we're surprised, we laugh. And she said, no, the other one. And I was like, why? I don't know the guy. Plus, with his track record, you know damn well. Let's pretend for 5 seconds that Mom found a way to contact him. He probably would have said yes, and then never showed up. And I am sorry, but I had this goal that I was going to my prom. No crying. I'm happy to report that the goal was achieved, and not happy with that, I made a spectacle of myself under my own rules. So take that. Like, my prom was scary right up until the bucket of blood, because that never happened. I owned that prom. And honestly, that was the best comeuppance to everything that happened to me in that school. That was my way to win. It was really nice listening to you this afternoon. Thank you for a great show. Shiro, your comic looks awesome. Thank you, Paul. Proof that not all teachers are bad. There's Paul. Yeah, I do believe we are good with this one. And just in time because Ellie is singing the song of her people again. So, with everything, we are, of course, going to do what we do at every end of stream and trying to talk over the Barking Queen. Young and lean, only 17. So extra special caramel drizzle gold flecked, chocolate sprinkled, rainbow syrup. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi and everywhere else: Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enovis, Sir E Uttered, Carl Bloke, Takashi Kanako, Bad at Multiplayers, and Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream next Sunday, September 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all. And bye-bye.